everybody, it's Nita, and I am back with another movie review. The movie that I am reviewing for you is 2020, The Witches. The reason why I say 2020, you ask? Because this movie was 1990s remake. So this movie is based on the classic book from 1983, Roald Dahl, his book, The Witches, starring Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer, Stanley Tucci, Chris Rock, and Jair Bruno. This movie is now streaming on HBO Max. Their platform is streaming today. So after you listen to my review, and if you want to go watch this movie, you head on over to HBO Max and you will get to see it. The movie is directed by Robert Zemeckis. Robert Zemeckis is of the caliber from a Spielberg-esque filmmaking era. He did movies such as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future, the whole franchise, Forrest Gump, Death Becomes Her, and projects like that. Okay, so the movie is about an imaginative tale of a 7-year-old boy who has a real-life run with some real-life witches. This is a non-spoiler review, so don't worry, there are no spoilers. I watched the movie, so you don't have to. I tell you what I like, I tell you what I didn't like, and I let you know whether or not you should spend your time watching the movie. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. On to the pros. The pros, what I liked about the movie are the main characters. The main characters are the heart and soul of the movie. Octavia Spencer and Jair Bruno, who plays a 7-year-old boy. Octavia Spencer plays his grandmother, and that relationship is the core, the heart and the soul of the movie. They really turned out great performances. Octavia Spencer always gives 150%, as per usual. Jair Bruno, he was new. I never heard of him. He did a really good job in the first act. He had a family tragedy that happened that caused grief, and the movie actually slowed up, and let him grieve and show the emotion that is wrapped in the loss that he felt. And that's what a lot of these movies now, kids movies, Pixar, exploring death and grief and loss, and I definitely appreciate it. It brought a lot of heart to the story. Oh my God, that was just, that for the adults. It's a family movie, but for the adults, the first act is for the adults. That's really where I got wrapped up into it. I really like the costume design, the production design. Everything was nice. I felt like it was a period piece, however, with the visuals. I'll get into that with the cons. And Robert Zemeckis, he's supposed to be like, that's his area of expertise, visual effects. They were kind of lacking on this film for me. But anyway, I do have a lot of pros about the movie. The themes, the message, the characters, and things of that nature. Main characters. Okay. And also, the third act is going to be more enjoyable. It was faster paced. It was a lot more going on, and that is what's going to hook the kids. The third act is what's going to, bring it all together to, to be an enjoyable family movie. Going on to the cons. The cons is the pacing for me. This movie clocks in at 1 hour and 46 minutes. And yes, you definitely feel all 1 hour and 46 minutes. However, not to the detriment of the film. The film always had something going on that kind of kept you engaged, because my son, you know, he was actually, you know, we're homeschooling, and, you know, I was watching the movie. So every time he would go on break from his class, he would come in to my room and we would be watching the movie. And every time, I tell you, every time he would be super engaged in the movie. Every time he came in, it wasn't never a time where he wasn't just sitting on a bed locked in. So the movie was engaging. It was entertaining, but there was pacing issues in the second act. And I think it was because there was a lot of character development. From what I hear, I haven't read the 1983 book. I have seen the 1990 movie with Angelica Houston. That was so long ago. It probably was in 1990 when I saw it. But yeah, I do kind of remember it. And I don't remember all of that happened in the second act in the 1990 movie. Also, too, I did hear that this particular 2020 version was closer to the source material, and I think that's where we had those different plot points, and there were plot points, but they were just there. It was character development for the sake of character development. There was nothing really given in the second act that really served the story. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, we got some backstory with this, we got a little bit of story with that, but it really didn't, you know, you could pluck that out and it wouldn't be more or less of a movie without it. So that's what I mean when I say it doesn't serve the story. The first and second act was very slowly paced. The first act was very much needed. Like I said, that was the heart and soul of the movie. The second act, not so much, but we ramped it back up in the third act, which actually helped save the movie for me. And there is a post-credit scene. When the credits roll, don't turn off the TV. The post-credit scenes is really, really, really good. And it just tied it in a neat bow. And it really, really, really just touched me right on up in there. So yeah. Also too, I didn't know that there were so many heavy hitters behind this. Guillermo del Toro, Alfonso Cuarón, they cleaned up at the 2018, 2019 Oscars. I didn't know that they were behind it. I guess that's where you get the creepy imagery. As far as, yes, imagery. The imagery was scary. However, I had some issues with it. My son was like, is that a CG cat or is it not? I don't know if it's a CG or a real cat. And I don't know if that's a good or bad, but there were some issues with the cat. There were some issues with the mice. Yeah, there were some issues, and I guess kind of like the practical effects of the witches. I guess that saved it a little bit for me. But yeah, so the CGI was a little. The visual effects was and also Anne Hathaway as the head witch, she was okay. You know, a lot of people say they like her. I think she did a serviceable job for what she was going for. Very over the top, very much a caricature of a villain to me. There was this accent that she was doing that was completely throwing me off, and half the time I didn't even understand what she was saying. So yeah, so I had a little issue with that with her too. So I didn't really enjoy that too much. Also, I want to give kudos to whoever included Kenya Barris. Kenya Barris is a writer. He is known for Blackish and all of the ish that's on ABC and so whatever. They added him to the writing team because there was a switch. in the 1990s version, and in the movie, I assumed that the boy was a Caucasian boy. Okay, so now they made him a black boy. We have a black grandmother. We have a black star in the role. So we need a black writer. So they introduced Kenya Barris. Thank you. Because the dialogue needed to be black as well. And so they was able to service the film in that manner, giving a black boy black dialogue and giving black women black dialogue. And so kudos to them on that. So I did notice that in the credits as well. And so I just wanted to let you guys know. If you stayed to the end of the video, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And if you want more weekly content, movie reviews, TV reviews, commentary of the like, please come back, subscribe, and until the next video, bye.